Yeah, I gotta address some of these $500 an ounce silver rumors out there, right, Putin? What do you think? I think they're nuts, right? Anyway, anything's possible. But immediately, I saw this on the news unit. I check his channel out a lot of times on the blog because, I don't know, he posts some interesting stuff there. But, I don't know, Manarino already had $500 silver again forecasting eventually. Now, I guess anything's possible, but that definitely seems excessive for even over the next few years. But I think 75 is going to be, well, that is a fib point. If you look at a lot of Endless Mountains videos, I think it's 72 to 75 is a fib point. It also makes a lot of sense from like the $8 height they had way back when. I don't know, was that 2006 or something? Then they had another one in 2008, another height, 22, then 47. Doesn't like, 47 to 75. It's a pretty good jump. The trend is still going to play still. I think things are going to start heating up again, but man, I'm surprised people even listen to these guys because, first off, in the financial community, they'd really be ostracized. They'd be like total crackpots to the max. Somebody went around, if you're in a financial, I know these financial geeks don't really know what the hell they're doing a lot of times, and sometimes in Simplicity 101, but like the mines aren't making money right now. But they'll make money at 40 bucks. If silver was 40 bucks, that'd bring in a lot more money. I mean, yeah, silver mines go with copper and stuff. The commodities are too low for the mines to make money. They're going to go out of business. But the prices are going to go up. But that doesn't mean they're going to go up 20 times. That's the thing. Actually what you need to really, I said this before, really, and I'm just saying this as a favor basically, more or less. What I'm going to look at is that gold-silver ratio. Right now it's like 50-something to 1, whatever it was. When silver was taking off in a hard bull market, it got down to about 31 to 1. Now maybe it's going to go to 15 to 1, 10 to 1. But I would think the next curve up, it might bust through the 31 to 1, get down to 28 to 1 ratio. But I'd be selling before then. And maybe the ultimate final bubble, it would get down at 15 to 1. But, it ain't going to stay there. I am really, well, people could do what they want, man. Jim Cramer's got a lot of followers and stuff. I'm really not, I really don't want to even concentrate on this stuff. But I guess I'm in too much of it. I'm not even into I was never into the commodities markets. Not a trader. I was just in accounting, finance. That's it. And I had to watch out, people, either clients or people I worked for. It's like if people got a lot of money, there's always people looking at them to invest their money or be partners with them and on all these other ventures and stuff. And I had to apply a lot of common sense and watch out for what these people are really about. So I always have a suspicious mind about what people are freaking pushing here. But the other thing is about the imminent COMEX default. It's the same freaking bullshit stories that you're hearing every, before. At one point in time this may happen. But, I think this guy that's pushing this story, which I mentioned before his name, he does exist. He's just making up a story. And then you got people like BJF repeating it or some crap or... I can't believe this stuff. I just can't believe the average person is buying into that. But I realize, if you put something out on YouTube about aliens gets a lot of attention. You put something out about the Rothschild conspiracy theory, which I think they're crooks. Well, who the hell isn't a crook that's up there on the top? They all are crooks. Gets a lot of attention. So it gets the nature of people. They're stupid. But silver can go to like crazy amount. If say something really crazy happened. Say for instance there was a rogue nation that planted an atomic bomb in the New York financial district and blew it up. Well, then I think all kinds of shit can happen. But normally that ain't gonna happen. if silver goes to $500 an ounce, I'm going to go find silver in the earth myself. I'll tell you that right now. But it ain't. It ain't. I mean, if it does, I think well, you know, they say it's an inflation protected type thing, but I don't know. You know, the other thing is this, too. Remember when Paul Volcker took over? You know, there's going to be such a... If stuff was getting that far out of hand, before silver got to those kind of prices, before it got that far out of hand, there'd be such a backlash against the Federal Reserve policies, they would fix it. They would fix it. You know, it's like, you know, you cut the fluff, cut the BS. You know, if the dollar's would be backed by something, it would probably be backed by oil, natural. I think it would be backed by a bunch of commodities or something. They would fix it. There would be such a backlash. They'd throw all these guys out that are freaking causing gold and silver to go up. Now, I also want to comment, because, man, the internet has got some wacky freaking stories out there, man, big time. But I also want to comment about manipulation. I think there's manipulation up and down. I think it's partly done not just through electronic means, because I remember I talked about that guy real briefly, Sergey something or other. I think he was like a Russian immigrant. He was working for Goldman Sachs. He downloaded some software, and then he got arrested because he downloaded some software, and then they said you can actually move to markets. They actually admitted that. And he went to jail for 97 months, which is 8 years and a month. Put him in jail in December of 2010. So, I mean, yeah, they got ways to manipulate the markets, but some electronically, but they also, some of it's like the oldest way in the book. It's through like news stories and making people move a certain way. So like Goldman basically told clients to sell gold. And I guess if you're going to do naked paper shorts or something like that, you want to hit it right when everybody's kind of making a move too. So give it as much, you know, if something's starting to go that way, the ball's starting to roll, that's when you want to hit it hard. It's not like all manipulation purely. But, you know, sometimes the avalanche just takes a life of its own. But then what happens is new people come in there and they go, they buy it up because, oh, hey, it's cheap, it's cheap. Doesn't really work in the long term, because actually this is actually going to cause it to spring up. But these people that are already saying, you know, a lot of people thinking I'm on crack for freaking saying $75 silver. I'm hearing 500 from Reno, and I'm like, God damn, man. I mean, maybe that will be someday. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I don't know the future, but I would never say something like that now, because that really seems crazy. And, you know, anybody that insists they know that now, they're forget it. Forget it. Because if actually silver was going to be $500, there'd be a lot more people buying it, except the little tweebs. And you know what I'm saying is, people like, even I know they say the central banks are buying gold and all that type of stuff, but there's a lot of really wealthy people that aren't buying silver, because there isn't that many of them that can actually buy it. I mean, there's not enough available. So if it's going up to $500 an ounce, it ain't. That's what I mean. It just, if it's going up a lot, they'll say it's going up ridiculous. I think when it really gets out of hand, there's going to be such a backlash that somebody's going to come in. They're going to straighten everything out. They're going to fix interest rates. I mean, they're going to fix the problem with interest rates, the Federal Reserve, and they're going to return to sound money. Silver's going to get way the hell ahead of itself before it even freaking gets to 500. And it'll correct probably way before that. That's an excessive price. But like I said, if some rogue nation blows up the financial district in New York City or something like that, I guess anything could happen. But can you see silver going to 500 in the next few years? I can't. I can't. It's amazing how people can want to hear. And you know, the story about the COMEX default, you know, someday it might happen, but you know, just because this one guy that's always been saying this type of stuff, he's got, you know, the inside, you know what I'm talking about, McGuire, you know. He's always saying, you know, like they try to kill him and all that type of stuff. Get the hell out of here. These guys are playing you freaking metals holders like a bunch of suckers. But I'm not telling you not to sell, man. Don't sell now. You know, if I would have known about this dip, yeah, I would have freaking took advantage of it. But I don't know what it's going to do exactly. But now, if I'm looking back at the picture, it makes a lot more sense. This is the final dip. I expected the final dip to be here in August, and I figured it would go to 24.5. August back in 2012. So, but, you know, already these excessive, wild rumors are coming out. $500 silver, and the COMEX is ready to default within the next 28 days. For people like Bix Weir, I don't know why people listen to these people, man. But it's a free country. Do what you want. I mean, if you want to listen about aliens that run the earth, and you know they live inside the world, I know there's a lot of big freaking videos on that too. That's about what I grouped the stuff into. And I know the major medias are full of it. I also know these financial dorks can't. They're freaking morons too, and they will not tell you to invest in gold and silver because they don't make a dime off of it. Your brokers don't make any money off that stuff unless you go to them. You got to put your money in with them. They make money. They're not going to tell you, you know, they want you to do some kind of business with them. The game players too. All of them are. So, but the thing to watch the most carefully, is the gold-silver ratio. Gold is real roughly a barometer of what's going on with the inflation rate. Right now, it looks like inflation's going way down because gold's I don't know. But real roughly, it is. You know, I don't think inflation's going down. I don't think the price of goods are going down across the board the way gold is. But eventually gold is actually going to spring up, and this is actually what you're going to call a bounce. You know, and it's going to spring up, and gold will now be able to hit new record heights again and go a lot farther. But, you know, when something goes up, these people are predicting insane prices right off the bat. I mean, right off the bat. I mean, you know, if silver was sitting here at 150 already, say we got to 75, we went to 150, and then you want to make a prediction for like a few hundred, which is a double again, that's a big call. But when you're talking about $500 silver, right? You know, when it's down to like 23, that's nuts. Because, you know, the mines are not doing good at these prices, but if silver went up to $40, they'd be doing really good. If they went up to $50, they'd be doing great. But that's 500. You're talking 500. So, and people do what you want, man. But I look at people like that saying shit like that now. They got no credibility with me whatsoever. None. Anyway, oh, by the way, this is a mouse. It looks like a Ferrari. You see, when the light goes on in the back, the brake lights come on. I got like 4 of these mice, man. I love these things. I got them on all my computers. You know, it's pretty cool. Anyway, they were only like $5-6 off of Amazon with free shipping, so you can't beat that. Anyway, chill out. Don't worry about it. It's going up, but at 500, hey, if silver's 500, hey, maybe there's aliens that live in the middle of the earth too, right? So who knows?